In this video, we're going to be looking at about 20 different cards that I'm sending into either PSA or SGC for grading. Some of these cards I plan on keeping, some I want to flip for some money that we can then put towards the channel and some fun, exciting cards to get for videos. I'm going to go through these cards, not spending too much time on each individual one. Some are going to be potentially worth more than others, but I want to go through at least my mindset of why I might be considering grading these cards in the first place. I'm also then going to type up what the inventory list, just an extra precautionary measure when sending your cards in. By the end of this video, we'll have that final package ready to go, printed packing slip, and we'll have that decision. Is this going to PSA or SGC? Okay, so in sending your cards in for grading, regardless of where they're going to be going, you have to make sure that they are packaged correctly. So for example, these are all, I think there's like 19 cards. These are all in magnetic one touches. Absolutely can't send those in, and really what you have to specifically send them in is going to be these semi-rigid card holders. Man, I'm ruining the merchandise here. Yeah, these are pretty cheap overall, and I have a whole giant stack in a massive box. You can buy them pretty cheaply, but these are going to be the preferred way that you send these in, regardless of where they're going. So to reinforce that, though, I'm going to put these cards in penny sleeves. I'll also, if I deem appropriate, also just kind of like wipe down the surface and the backs of these cards. Okay, so Victor Wembanyama, this card, I've already mentioned it in a recent video, which you can find in the actual card of this video here. This was one that I sold the same exact card earlier this year in about March for $94 via bid. And unfortunately, what happened is the amount of people sending their cards in of Victor Wembanyama for grading, the population count became inflated. So even though he went on to win the Rookie of the Year pretty easily, his card values have, I mean, really just plummeted. So this card is, in its raw state, absolutely not going to be worth anywhere near $94 this time around. So I figured I might as well send it in for grading. If I can get a 10, then maybe I can get a little bit more back and closer to that $94 amount that I sold this card for raw. And yeah, you never know. I guess values could really drastically go up, especially if he has an amazing second season and the Spurs take a leap as a team, which I don't know how likely that is. But yeah, so this card, honestly, I pulled this straight from the pack. I'm just going to move this over to a penny sleeve and move it to a semi-rigid. These semi-rigids, truthfully, are a little tricky to open. So you're going to want to I mean, there's really, honestly, I don't think there's any way I could tell you how to do this just through watching. You have to really get a feel for it. And then even then, I mean, I still find myself struggling to get them in decent enough where they're not going to be moving around. Yeah, and not also like super hard to take out. So I would say even something like this, certainly good enough. And even too, usually what I try to do with these types of card holders is to get them down. You really just, you bang them down, but it really doesn't have an effect. That's how stable these really are. So ultimately, if these are then reinforced, if I have, yeah, if I do have card armor, I don't think I'm going to even, I think I'm just going to have these sealed in bubble wrap collectively, maybe even in chunks, and then try and fit it snugly into yeah, this box. So you know what's nice too is it's like slab for slab. I'm also going to be saving 19 of these magnetic one touches, and I am positive that there's definitely other cards in my collection that could certainly value from a little bit more protection. All right, the next cards I want to focus on, I'm going to do these in bulk. These Tari Eason cards, I have what, 5 or 6 of them. I bought a lot of these, literally a lot of these cards not too long ago, midway of this most recent NBA season. So the very beginning of this year, towards the end of, I actually think it was probably the end of 2023 is when I bought these cards in a lot. Pretty cheap overall, and I believe in the talent of Tari Eason. I thought he had a good college career, and the Houston Rockets, I think being a very young team, I know it might be tough to get even more opportunity on a very young team with a lot of guys that can put in good minutes. But I believe in Tari Eason, and these are also some really just cool looking cards. This gold one, Gold Future, this one's numbered to 10. Number 2 to 10, so we got that one. This is a number to 35, is it? No, I'm sorry, this is the one number to 15. This is the premier level Prizm Select. This is the autograph, sticker autograph, but it is numbered to 30. So this is the only one where I'm like, man, maybe I should even just not. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to send this one in because this is not even a real patch. This is not associated with the NBA, so, or any game. It is numbered to 99, but I just honestly, I won't even bother sending this one in. We're just going to really keep it to these. These are cool. This cracked ice Prizm. Tari Eason. I'm going to move all these to the rigid holders, the semi-rigid holders, and we'll go from there. All right, so these are our cards, our Tari Eason cards. I know the lighting isn't perfect, but it's really, you know, I know it matters for the sake of me looking at these cards and assessing what they might be graded, but I know it just doesn't translate through video all that well. But these are our cards. Put them into these semi-rigid. We're gonna make this into 2 videos. I want to focus on the Celtics, Victor Wembanyama, and Tari Eason, and these will be the next cards that I send in for grading. The Lakers side, like the Lakers special plus J-Kit. This is a beautiful card. I love it. I'm hoping this comes back a 10. Look at that auto. It's like very clean. Number 4 in there too. I'm a sucker for the fresh paint. That series, I have Jason Tatum fresh paint. I had a Jaylen Brown fresh paint auto. I sold that one. This is a numbered one though too, so there is that as well. This card looks beautiful, so I would really especially be hoping this comes back at 10, but you never know. Another D White. This is not a rookie, of course. Celtics jersey. It's numbered to 59. I pulled this from a pack too, so should be in good shape. I don't see any things that are wrong with it. I know it's like not guaranteed that they're in good shape coming from Panini, like coming from the factory and all that, but still, I don't see any noticeable like streaks or anything, or like print lines. Really cool design too. So I do see something on the front up here at the top, but it did come off. So yeah, it was a little speck at the top, came off with this. Been going a lot more steady. I think I'm finding my groove with these semi-rigids. So coming up on the last 3 will be super quick. Jason Tatum, and then 1 Wemby. We have all of our cards in our semi-rigids, so now it's a matter of packing these away neatly in some bubble wrap, putting them away in this box, and then deciding PSA or SGC, and really explaining why. So I just got to take note of what order these cards are in, so that way when I type this up, it all makes sense. So this will be, I'll look at this myself, that'll be the order. Honestly, this is really secure, and now I think it's a matter of, do I want to put it in this box? That might even just be the safer thing, because what could fit comfortably is the packing slip. I can put a little bit more of this zhuzh in there, and we'll call it a day. All right, so I have my screen share pulled up. This is the inventory list, the cards I'm sending in, and as you can see from the title of this doc, I'm sending these cards into SGC, and I'm doing that because I want to really get more of a feel of how fast their turnaround times are, and really like what the multipliers might be of raw cards to SGC 10s. So I had a pretty bad experience with PSA and just like lack of communication on what the extended time might be. Like it was well outside of what that range was they had really pitched of how long it was going to take to get my cards graded and then back in my hands. It took way over even what they said about business days. So I want to give SGC a fair shot, and this is the inventory list. I'll print it out, get all this packed up, and we'll close the video. One last cool thing about SGC that I actually wasn't aware of when I decided to send these cards into SGC for grading is that they're running a basketball special. It's $12 per card, any level, 5 to 10 day business day turnaround. So I'm really looking forward to overall getting these cards back, seeing what these grades are, and not that much time. So not sponsored by SGC, and if you found this video to be helpful, you might also appreciate this one here, what you need to know about sports card sites, and there is a lot.